Now today I'm going to use this one to open the lids of your head.
I dag vil Gud skrue øloplukkeren, fordi han vil åbne vores hoveder, vores sind.
And if I see any dirt there, shake it out with this.
Navn derinde, så bruger jeg bare den.
Yes, and then I'll scrub with sprit.
Så er det selvfølgelig første, og så ånden ren.
How do you do this now? You know how the jet started? It's the same.
Jeg ved, hvordan denne her spøj, den egentlig startede, begyndte.
We were in Ireland. The Baroness organizing the course there.
Da vi, sorry.
The Baroness organizing the course there.
Ja, vi var i Irland, hvor Barsner var lederen af kurset,
And the ladies were so busy in the kitchen.
og alle damerne havde så travlt i køkkenet.
So I walked in there, I said, give me an apron, let me help you.
Så jeg gik ind og bad om forklæde, så jeg kunne hjælpe til.
And so Danji and Jyotima made a joke and prepared that apron.
Så det har jeg hjulpet mig selv i forklæde, da jeg kom til København. Og det er faktisk sandt.
Is that the right way?
Jeg har set billederne hjemme hos os, hvor han står ude i køkkenet og vasker op.
Oh, that's fine. Lovely.
Ja.
You would get the sound, sir?
Hello.
Good. Shall we meditate for a few moments? Open your eyes slowly. No. I'm sure many of you people know the meaning of the word Shanti. Those that don't know, Shanti means peace. Peace, peace, peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Gud forklarede, at ordet Shanti betyder fred. Så man kalder altså for det himmelske gentleman fred.
Did you enjoy your meditation, your chanting this morning? You did? Good. There's one thing I forgot to tell you last night, was this, that if your mind is troubled with thoughts, yeah.
En ting, jeg glemte at sige i går aftes, var, at hvis jeres sind er bekymringer,
Then you start chanting in your house.
så kan I begynde at chante i jeres eget hjem.
If there are people around you, they will think you're mad. Then you do it mentally. Yeah. Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche. Aim Rim Krim Chamundai Vicheche. And you'll find those troubling thoughts will evaporate.
Og I vil efterhånden finde, at de tanker, som bekymrer jer, vil begynde at
That's another advantage of chanting, because you bring your mind into rhythm.
fordel, fordi man bringer sindet ind i en bestemt rytme.
Then there is no place for wrong thoughts.
Og der vil ikke være plads til forkerte tanker.
Good. Now, oh, sorry, you adjust the way you want it. Good. On every course we have in America, England, throughout everywhere, we always have one session of rapid fire questions.
På hvert eneste kursus over hele jordkloden, plejer vi altid at have en dag, hvor vi har hurtige spørgsmål og svar.
Now, if one person asks one question and I speak for an hour on it,
Hvis en person stiller et spørgsmål, og jeg begynder at tale en tid over det,
then so many other people that want to ask a question don't have a chance.
der vil være så mange mennesker, som sidder tilbage og ikke får besvaret deres spørgsmål.
Right. So questions and short, brief answers in a nutshell. Then we can do it now. Yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Give me the slip if I can understand it. Is it written in Danish?
No, it just says golden thread at 8 tonight.
Tonight we have two. No. Firstly, this afternoon at 3 o'clock, we are going to practice the Yoga Nidra.
I dag kl. 3 i eftermiddag har vi øvelsen, der hedder Yoga Nidra.
Now I want some of you young, strong men to move these chairs away.
Jeg kunne godt tænke mig, hvis nogle af jer unge, stærke mænd vil være sidder.
You can. Of course, women can help them too. And they can put it behind the curtain or along the sides of the wall. And when you come for the Yoga Nidra practice, please try and wear loose clothes.
Kommer til Yoga Nidra, så forsøger sig lidt løst tøj på.
It is very simple, and this afternoon before we do the practice, I will explain you what it is all about.
Og inden vi begynder øvelsen i dag, skal jeg nok forklare jer alt om, hvad øvelsen går ud på.
Tonight we're going to have two things.
I aften vil der være 2 ting.
We're having a few new teachers and a few new healers tonight. That is the first thing we will do. The ceremony of that.
Det første, der sker i dag i aften under aftens satsang, det er, der vil blive initieret nogle nye lærere og nogle nye healere.
So you will have to prepare this table. Try and put a cloth over it. You do that. Candles and incense. That's right. Fine, those are just details. Then we will be doing the golden thread ceremony tonight.
Og så
And I will explain you what it all means.
det samme betyder.
I did not know about, well, I'll discuss it tonight. What was the, and then we'll have our satsang. So tonight we won't finish at 9. It might go a bit later, but you're free tonight after dinner, so it wouldn't matter, I think.
Så det kan godt være, at det trækker lidt ud i aften, men eftersom I alligevel har fri efter aftensmaden, så håber jeg ikke, at det kommer til at være nogen vanskeligheder.
Okay, fine. It wouldn't mind. I thought you... Good. Now, this morning, all of you can ask any question you like. If you can't speak English, speak in Danish, and then she can translate, or you translate yourself.
Så I har nu lejlighed til at spørge om alt, hvad I overhovedet føler, I har lyst til at spørge om. Lige meget hvilket spørgsmål. Som Gud også sagde forleden dag, også hvordan man bager kage.
Og det, man kan sige på dansk, ikke? Så
Ja, jeg skal nok oversætte, hvis der er nogen, der ikke kan stille spørgsmål på en. Er der nogen spørgsmål?
Right, someone start. How about you, Blondie?
I have to think about it.
Anything that comes to the mind. Yes. Jan?
Can we use astrology? And if yes, how can we use it?
Right, good.
Kan man benytte astrologi, og i så tilfælde, hvis man kan benytte astrologi, på hvilken måde bør man så anvende det?
Now the first thing to be remembered is that astrology is as good as the astrologer.
Det første er, at astrologi er kun så god som astrologen selv.
Now you study all the books on astrology, but it will do nothing much for you.
I kan studere alle bøger omkring astrologi, men det vil alligevel ikke kun give jer.
Many people study astrology to boost their personal ego.
En del mennesker studerer astrologi for at øge deres ego.
And of course you have many people that study astrology to help others.
Men der findes selvfølgelig også mange astrologer, som studerer astrologi for at hjælpe andre.
So you have all kinds of people in all kinds of professions. Now the books you study in astrology is only 10% of the knowledge you can gain.
De bøger, som findes omkring astrologi, omfatter i virkeligheden kun 10% af al den viden, der eksisterer omkring astrologi.
90% is your intuition that flows.
De resterende 90% er den intuition, som sidder igennem dig.
And that contains the greatest truth.
Og den intuition indeholder den største.
Now the various planets have some effect on the earth.
De forskellige planeter har en bestemt virkning på jorden.
For example, the moon has an effect on the tides of the water.
For eksempel har månen en indflydelse på tidevandet.
So it has some effect. Now, in various planets, there are inhabitants.
På de forskellige planeter er der faktisk.
And as our thoughts reach as far as those planets, those thoughts of theirs also reach our planet.
Så lige så vel som vores tanker kan nå deres planeter, så kan deres tanker også nå vores.
So the true astrologer that operates on the intuitional level can give you a better reflection of yourself and how you are influenced.
Så en sand astrolog vil kunne fortælle dig, hvilken sand indflydelse det har på dig, og hvilken virkning det vil få.
I personally do not draw charts. That Saturn is there and Jupiter is there, and Jupiter and Saturn is crossing each other.
Og at Saturn ligger der, og Jupiter ligger der, og Jupiter så hinanden.
Thank God they don't bump into each other. There will be an accident. Right. So, because of the movements of the various planets, there is a motion created.
På grund af de forskellige planeters bevægelser bliver der skabt bevægelse.
All motion that is there would create a vibration.
Og al bevægelse, som findes imellem dem, skaber en vibration.
Now, if you have the intuitional ability, that you develop through spiritual practices,
Hvis du har en intuitionsevne, som du kan udvikle gennem meditation,
then you can become more receptive to the vibrations.
så vil du også blive mere modtagelig over for disse vibrationer.
Yes, say. Now, I'll give you an example. There was a person in Cape Town, he's living in Canada now. His name was David Fisk, and he was the leader in South Africa of the TM movement.
Og jeg vil give et eksempel med en mand, som hed David Fish, som levede i Sydafrika. Han bor nu i Canada, og han ledede dengang TM-bevægelsen.
So from Cape Town he moved to Johannesburg in South Africa, which is 1,000 miles away.
Så han flyttede fra Johannesburg til Cape Town, som er cirka 1000 mil borte.
Right. So one day he phoned me from Johannesburg and says, Guru Raj, I must come and see you urgently. Can you give me an appointment?
Så en dag kom han til mig fra Johannesburg og sagde, Gurs, jeg bliver nødt til at se dig. Kan du give mig en tid?
So I gave him an appointment and he came down to my office.
Så vi aftalte en tid, og han kom ned til mit kontor.
And now some years before that he went to a very well-known astrologer.
Og tidligere havde han været hos en meget berømt astrolog.
And the astrologer wrote on his chart that if he gets married, he'll be unhappy and the marriage will not last for 2 years.
Denne astrolog havde skrevet på hans kort, at hvis han nogensinde blev gift, så ville ægteskabet ikke vare mere end 2 år, og det ville blive meget ulykkeligt.
So he came to me and he says he's fallen very deeply in love with a girl which he met in Johannesburg.
Så hans problem var, at han var blevet meget, meget forelsket i en pige, som han havde mødt i Johannesburg.
So I read the chart and I tore it up into 1 million pieces and threw it in the dirt box.
Så jeg læste hans horoskop, og bagefter rev jeg det i stykker ind til tusindvis af små stumper og smed det papir på.
So you go back to Johannesburg and you propose marriage to this girl, Elaine.
Og jeg bad ham om at omgående at tage tilbage til Johannesburg og fri til den her pige, som hed Elaine.
Now, he got married, because when I tell people something, they normally listen to me. Thank God.
Så giftede han sig med hende. Normalt så lytter folk gudskelov til, hvad
So he married this girl Elaine, and that's about 9 years ago. They're very, very happy, and they have 2 lovely children.
og han tog tilbage og giftede sig med Elaine, og de har nu været gift i 9 år og har 2 meget skønne børn.
So what is the use of that astrological chart?
Så hvad er egentlig formålet med det astrologiske horoskop?
Study astrology, for some kind of alternate knowledge perhaps,
Vi kan studere astrologi som en slags alternativ viden,
but do not take it too seriously.
men lad være at tage det for alvorligt.
And many people practice astrology as a profession.
Og der er mange mennesker, som praktiserer astrologi.
So I say this with due respect to them.
Så jeg siger dette med største respekt for dem.
But that is the value of astrology.
Men det er altså astrologiens værdi.
I don't practice draw charts. I look at a person's face and I will tell you everything that's within you without you opening your mouth.
Så jeg kan se alt, uden at kigge på munden.
You got too many boyfriends. So simple. You see, but it's nice. It's an interesting hobby. It's an interesting hobby. Right, so as I said, with great respect, use it as a guideline perhaps, but do not use too much importance.
Som jeg sagde før, så har jeg stor respekt for astrologi, men at bruge det som en ledetråd, men for alvorligt.
Do you know many of the newspapers in the world create a circulation by having an astrological column?
Hvis de fleste aviser nu om dage har forskellige kolonner med astrologiske tegn.
And many people, the first page they open of the newspaper is the page of the astrology.
Aviser det første, de slår op på, det er deres horoskop.
And then you have the zodiac on it, Pisces and Sagittarius and blah, blah, blah and bullshit and what's the other one? I forget. 12 of them. Now, can you really tell me that all people in the world, 4,000 million people, can be categorized into 12 sections? Impossible.
Vil jeg virkelig fortælle mig, at med de 4 billioner mennesker, der er